Okay, welcome to the show, guys. This is our second show, 2010. Yesterday we were at Schofield doing ice fishing. We thought we'd do another ice show today. It's ice climbing, and our guest is Greg Jensen. Welcome to our show, man.
Goose, how you doing?
Great, great. Okay, one of those ice terms is we're going to find out if the ice is in.
Exactly.
What does that mean to our viewers?
You know, there's a lot of ice. You'll see it covering the entire mountain. When the ice is in, it's nice and thick, and it's just how you want it, you know. It's in, you know. So that's what the ice climbers say. The ice is in.
So it has to do with the thickness?
It's like surf's up, Goose.
Oh, surf's up, man. Or like when we used to go goose hunting.
Exactly.
We'd ask other hunters, are the geese in? Are they landing in this field?
Exactly. So
okay.
Exactly. This is, that's Bridal, and this is Stairway to Heaven right here.
And why do they call it Stairway to Heaven?
Well, this is Stairway to Heaven. I'm not exactly sure usually how ice climbs go, and with rock climbing as well. The first person who usually climbs it names the route. And with Stairway to Heaven, I can't remember who the first person to climb it was, but it's aptly named because you can see the individual steps. And when the ice is in, like we were talking about, it extends all the way to the top, and it's essentially a stairway all the way to heaven.
So it's got that terraced look.
Exactly.
All right. Rob,
Yes, sir.
You've climbed Mount Timpanogos.
Yes, sir.
Rock climbing.
Yes, sir.
What do you think here?
I think I haven't climbed squat.
Valerie, what do you think?
It's amazing.
Greg?
Yeah.
Let our viewers know what you mean by the apron.
Yeah, with this ice route, now the Stairway to Heaven is probably questionably the most popular ice route in Utah.
Wow.
And this bottom route, the bottom part is called the apron. It's about as wide as a football field almost.
Huh.
And you know, you can get up to 30, 40 people climbing on it at the exact same time at the lower section. And not only is it the most popular, one of the most popular ice routes in Utah, but you know, European climbers that come fly in here, and you know, it's world-class climbing in Utah, and it's you know, it's just amazing the type of ice you have in Utah.
So this is one of the best in the world?
I would definitely say so, yes.
Here's a question I always ask my guests.
Yeah.
What got Greg Jensen excited about ice climbing, baby?
You know, I was a rock climber, and that's how most ice climbers come to be, is through rock climbing. But for me, as a picture, I saw a picture of someone do it, and I'm like, I don't know what that is, but I gotta do it. Before you know it, you're spending, you know, thousands of dollars buying gear, and you find yourself in the middle of the route going, what did I get myself into?
So you say you can spend up to as much as 10 grand for gear?
Yeah, I'd say I probably personally have about easily several $1,000s in ice climbing gear.
Wow.
Let me ask you something. As you say you start off rock climbing, I've done pretty much a lot of peaks in Yosemite. Have you ever been to El Capitan?
Yeah, that's actually one of the routes that, you know, I want to climb is El Cap, but I have done a lot of the routes in Yosemite, a lot of the big walls there. Half Dome, I was just there last August, did a 3-day.
You actually climbed Half Dome on the front side. Wow.
I did, yeah, on the front side.
I've been up at, that was my very first climb I actually did, was Half Dome, but I did the hiking route. I didn't do the rock climbing route.
Yeah, so it's, you know, it is about 12 hours of climbing.
Wow.
And it's 2,300 feet, dead vertical. You know, it's an adventure. You're dehydrated, you run out of food. It's you know, you can't, nothing like it.
Now El Cap itself takes, what is it, if I'm not mistaken, almost 3 days of climbing?
People have done it in a few hours.
El Cap?
El Cap.
Wow.
By speed climbing it.
Wow.
How long did it take you, Rob?
Just looking at it scares me. I almost passed out.
Well, it's the largest granite monolith in the world, over 3,000 feet. So.
It literally,
Well, that's
you
that.
look at
I've
it,
heard about that. That's the one big
it
solid
takes
rock.
your breath like this, and you look at it, and it just, it's amazing. Just to even
It's like
look
one
at.
big boulder, isn't it? Isn't that
Now,
what
when you rock climb it, people do it in the middle of winter, you might as well be ice climbing it because it's frozen and raining on you, but I don't know.
Okay, we got a great guest here today, as you can tell, man. He's not only good looking, but he's intelligent.
You know, Goose, I got to be honest with you though. I don't like him because he's not got an ounce of fat on him.
Oh.
I'm being honest.
Well, I think everyone here looks pretty physically active.
Well,
so,
thanks, man. We appreciate
We
that.
retrained. This is my Buddha belly training.
All right,
gear.
Bryce, we're going to take our first break here and we'll be back, man. The scenery is magnificent.
All right, Greg, tell us what you're doing.
Alright, now when it comes to ice climbing, there's a few basic essentials you need. First, and one of the most important, is your ice tool. Now these are similar to ice axes they used to go up Everest, but they have a lot more radical curve. Usually have a bigger handle for better grip, and even the pick is a little bit different. Makes it easier to plunge into the ice. Now these ice tools are some black diamond reactors. They range about $300, which is the usual price you're going to pay for something like this. The next thing you're going to be looking for is mountaineering boots, along with some crampons to go with it. Now there's a lot of different styles and a lot of different types of crampons and boots. Basically what you're looking for an ice climb boot is a rigid boot that has welts on the front and the back similar to ski boots that will accept crampon compatible semi-rigid crampons. These crampons I'm wearing are what are called a mono point, is what I prefer climbing. A lot of climbers prefer the dual point, and that's just a preference. Now when it comes to protection on ice, of course you're ice climbing, so it's not as stable as maybe, let's say, rock climbing. But what you have is ice screws. Now these guys right here, they're tubular, and so unlike a wood screw or a drywall screw that can split the ice, this actually lets the ice go right through the middle and prevents it from cracking. Now these ice screws, they say hold roughly around 10 kilonewtons, which is about 3,000 pounds. And being that you're never quite sure how stable ice is, you're not quite sure, if it's going to hold or not. So the first rule of ice climbing is you don't fall, which is hard to say, but basically it means you don't go climbing unless you're 100% sure you're not going to fall, or at least confident enough to do so. Now another good reason these ice screws are tubular is that while you're screwed in, you can't always see air pockets, which is a bad thing. As you're screwed in, as the ice comes out the back, if all of a sudden you don't see ice, the slush coming out the back, that means you've hit an air pocket and you pull it out and re-screw it in. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go up the ice once. I'm going to show you some general movements you'll use on ice climbing. Just like rock climbing, it's a lot about your legs and your feet. Good balance, good posture. You don't want to squeeze too much on your ice tools. You'll get some lactic acid buildup, and you'll get what us rock climbers and ice climbers call as pumped. And so you just want to be nice and casual, go slow, be assertive. Now when it comes to swinging the tool, it's a lot like swinging a hammer. It's all in the wrist, and you keep the elbow in the same spot. And it's just a flick, almost like fly fishing. So I'm just going to go up this little section right here, and just watch the movement, and just it's nice and easy. The feet also, one other thing, you don't want to be kicking around your feet a lot. You just want one solid kick in, make sure you're good, and you keep going. Now tool placement is also very important. You have two parts of the ice. You have a convex and a concave. The concave is like these little miniature divots in the ice. That's where you want to place your ice tools and your crampons. Ice climbing, though it can be dangerous, it can be almost as safe or as dangerous as you want. And so you always want to make sure you have the proper gear, a helmet. I usually carry a first aid kit, and I also know all the proper strategies to get myself and other climbers down. Alright, we're ready to go. Now this is just a short section. I'm just going to climb it ropeless, because if I was climbing with a rope anyway, I wouldn't even place a screw on this first 20-30 feet.
Really?
It's pretty common for ice climbers to go 20-30 feet before they place their first ice screw.
Amazing.
This is called high stepping right here. Gain a lot of ground by it. Now the top of the ice has a lot of snow in it. As you can see, the tool is just kind of going straight through. So you got to kind of get the best grip you can, plant your feet, and stand up. want to sink your tools in too much or too little. Right amount.
Look at that. Going almost straight up vertical. Wow. Now it looks like he's actually going to climb an overhang. The ice is actually coming back over the top of him. I'll tell you, it absolutely wore me out just climbing up to the base of this apron area. I can only imagine how much strength it takes to actually be climbing this thing vertical after the hike up to the apron. See, he's got it stuck in there at a very precarious position. He's actually leaning back, trying to free that ice axe. Fellow climber over here every now and then sends some ice down our way. Greg is climbing out over that ice outcropping now. It is amazing. If you can imagine if he were to fall, how far up he's already climbed from where I am up to where he is. He hasn't even broken a sweat. Got showered with a little bit of ice there. And he made it over the top of that outcropping. There's Goose and Valerie down there. And here comes Rob. And we got a fellow ice climber getting ready to rappel down the ice. Right there. Came down like that was nothing. He probably just descended about 40 feet like it was nothing. And here comes Greg down. That was amazing, Greg. Especially when you went out over that outcropping, that overhang, and you were actually leaning back to go over it. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, I hit myself with the backside of my axe.
Oh, he did. There's a casualty of war right there on the face.
It's never happened to me before, but I sunk it in and I was pulling it out and it just kind of popped and just pinched it. Didn't even hurt. Just now I'm bleeding. But you know.
Hey.
Chicks dig scars, right?
Chicks dig scars, right?
This in hockey.
Chicks dig scars, right, Rob?
Beg your pardon?
Chicks dig scars.
Chicks dig scars, wounds heal, the glory is forever.
The glory's forever. Well, we've got it on camera here. Greg's got some glory.
Yeah. What happened?
I lost Goose, he slid all the way down.
Did you tell him we're not sledding today?
Apparently he doesn't have webbed feet like you think.
Okay. You're not kidding. I thought you were kidding. He really did slide a lot of it, huh?
My girlfriend saved him. Sad.
Okay.
Well, Bryce, Greg was going to tell us how he actually gets down from these ice climbs.
That's a good idea. All right.
Definitely. You know, this ice, especially this route, just goes on for, 1,000 feet. So you have to get down, and so really the best method is actually invent, a guy back in Europe invented this method. You take an ice screw, I'll show you how you do it. Now there's different lengths of ice screw. This is the longest one they make. It's 21 centimeter. This is actually a black diamond one. And what you do is you take the virtual length of it, we'll say from here to here, and you start off by getting it engaged a little bit, and then you turn it in on a 45-degree angle.
Wow, interesting.
Yeah.
Get it going.
Oh, then it spins in. How about that?
You spin it in. You can actually go pretty fast. You can see all that slush coming out.
There it is, yeah.
And so, you know, you can bring up some flavor. You can maybe make a little Slurpee while So, I'm
They don't show that on Cliffhanger or Vertical Limit or any of those movies.
Yeah, they don't show the Slurpees.
Now it's just a guessing game. And I've done this enough that hopefully I can get it the first shot. These are your carabiners right here.
Yeah.
Now this is a normal rock climbing quick draw right here.
Okay.
Now, Black Diamond, back in I think '84, invented the wire carabiner, and it doesn't freeze up as much. Really good for ice climbing. For ice climbing, I would always suggest what we call streamers. This middle part has this, and you'll see this in the industrial field too, in construction. Once it hits about 600 pounds, it engages, and it goes to about a 4-foot length. And it takes down your fall impact by
shock,
about.
yeah.
Oh,
Like a shock
okay.
absorber, something of that nature.
So I would actually clip onto this, clip the rope into this, and so as you fall onto it, since you can't really trust the ice screw and ice, when it engages, it's going to help this ice screw stay inside.
And those are basically as a safety measure in case you do slip or gaff out and fall.
Exactly. You know, we said you don't want to fall, but falling does happen. I've fallen before lead climbing on ice, and it's just not something that you really want to do.
Bryce, I'd like to point out that that isn't studio blood. He actually picked up right out of the gate.
That's not makeup. We didn't do that just for drama.
No catch
No,
package
no.
here.
And that's FCN. We don't have that kind of budget.
All right, so, you know, we got our 2 holes drilled, one here and one here. You know, it's not the best holes, but it's going to work for what we got. So this is called, you know, we made our V-thread. This is called the V-thread tool. There's a few different kinds. This isn't my favorite kind, but this is one that Petzl makes. I like this one that's actually made out of wire that has a hook on the end. It's a little bit better, mostly because I'm afraid if I fall on this, you know, it's going to stab me in the back. I usually keep it on the back of my harness.
You get harpooned.
Exactly. So this is what a lot of people do. Take about a 6-foot, about 7mm rope, and you'll stick it in one side of the hole.
And you'll just stick this V-thread in.
And you'll grab the rope.
You're kidding me. That's amazing.
And you pull it out, and now you have a natural anchor in the ice.
I can't even sew my own buttons,
Oh my
Rob.
gosh.
Now there's a few knots you can use. You can use the double fisherman, which is one of my favorite. For ease of convenience, I'm just going to tie an overhand knot. You might not think this is very safe, but I do all my rappels on overhand knots. But I bet this would easily hold 2,000 to 3,000 pounds. It's just a guess.
I'm 2,000 to 3,000 pounds. Let's find out, Bryce.
You know, give it a good yank on it.
Can I yank on her?
Yank on as hard as you want.
As you know, I've got Buddha belly training, as you know.
Okay, folks. This is the last time we will see Rob on camera. All right. There's 3,000 pounds right
That was
there.
a long ways down. I'm glad that worked out for our viewers.
Well, it could have been fun watching you go down on your back.
If you just want to get down, all you gotta do is take your rope, it's like that rope right there,
Yes, sir.
just pull it through, and then just rappel right off of it. And that's how you get down from ice routes.
Okay, very good.
All right, we're going to need to wrap up our show now. We got ice coming down again. And we'll meet you on the bottom, and we'll get it all wrapped up with Goose. Hopefully he's recovered from his slide down.
Okay, thanks.
All right, guys, we're going to close our show, and you know how we do that. And we just had a nice little thrill ride down, but we made it.
Some of us did. Some of us did fine.
I noticed Greg's got a brand new red mark on the upper lip.
Yeah, baby.
How'd we get that?
You know, sometimes you put those tools in a little too deep and you're trying to yank it out and it'll just pop out sometimes, so
I do that all the time.
scars happen, you know.
So that happens. That's
Yeah.
part of the sport, right?
Yeah, just roll with it, so.
All right, baby.
Great show.
So, you know how we close the show.
How do we close it?
Well, usually, lately we've been going order Rob.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You've been able to close it lately. I don't know. Should we let you close it or should we let Goose close it?
I don't care. Hey,
Goose, let's have... Oh, I guess we lost Goose already.
Oh,
but you know what? I don't care. I'm more interested because you never introduced us to your girlfriend.
a viewer from last year.
I'm not interested in him when I can look at her.
Thank you.
Who is this gorgeous woman?
May I officially present my girlfriend, Valerie Livingston.
Hi,
Bryce,
Valerie.
What Goose doesn't know is,
Yeah.
if she'll do me the honor, I'd like to make her my wife.
Oh, you're
Valerie
kidding me.
Thorne. Valerie, will you marry me?
Yes.
Oh, that's great, Rob. Congratulations.
Cool.
Wow, and you made it official. Let's have a backdrop of the Bridalveil Falls right
This
here.
is my wife.
That is beautiful. One more kiss. Beautiful. Congratulations, guys.
Thank you so much, Bryce.
Do we really want to bother going to look for Goose after that?
No, I got plans.
Okay. You guys have fun. I'll see you later.
I'm getting married.
I wonder if he got in the van again just to get warm.
Yo, VIP.
The van's only about 20 miles away. Where in the world did he go? Wait a minute. What's over here by the woodshed? What are you doing over here, Goose?
Boy, it's been hard work today, guys. I thought that they might have some turkey, that I could make a turkey sandwich.
What do you got on your head this time?
What do you mean on my head?
Oh my gosh.
You think maybe I could get in here and make me a turkey sandwich, Bryce?
I'm sure they got turkey in there, yeah.
All right, guys, you know how we close our show, man.
You know what? I never know how we're going to close our show.
I know, baby. These guys that wear these goofy hats, I don't know. Hey, we've had a great day here today, and it is a great day. Look at that shot, Bryce. Look at the blue sky, the clouds, Bridalveil Falls.
It's amazing.
I'm getting married.
Goose.
And we've had the proposal, man. What a great day.
Look at those two lovebirds.
Two lovebirds. Hey, have a great day, guys. And remember, we love you. We truly do. And guess what? This is show number 50, Bryce.
50?
50.
That makes me feel old.
Wow. And those guys are getting married on Valentine's Day.
Fantastic.
And her name is Val.
That works.
Val on Valentine's Day. Same as my wife's name. Great name.
Absolutely.
Hey, we'll catch you on our next show.